What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Bez back with another video. Of course, I'm always coming back no matter what. You know, I'm always coming back with the content, my videos, my TikToks. You know, I'm always gonna be around no matter what. Before we get started into the video on this blessed Sunday, my team sadly lost. My Rams fucking lost, my Rams lost. We was beating the Eagles, and then my Rams lost. If you're a Rams fan, drop it down in the description. If you're an Eagles fan, don't get under my shit. God bless you on this Sunday. Thanks for tuning in to the video, of course. Even though this is gonna be going out on basically tomorrow, basically on Monday, the 22nd anniversary of fall. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Go follow all my links down in the description. Go follow my Instagram. If you want to send me any videos, follow my Instagram under in the description. Click that link down below. JAALIEEL on Instagram. If you want to go follow my TikTok to see my daily clips and it's to see me yap. Gonna be linked down in the description. Lastly, and follow my Twitch. Next Friday, I'm going to be returning to streaming. I should have been there. Please don't get on me. But next Friday, October 3rd, or sometime next week, I want to go live, get interact with chat. I'm gonna be going live on TikTok. I'm gonna be going live on Twitch. So link down in the description. Oh, that's Bez. With that being said, we got like a different video today. We got NBA's most. Let me move this. We got NBA's most painful injuries of all time. One of these, just what I know Paul George, I know Derrick Rose. That's probably the only main ones I really necessarily know. But with that being said, let's get started into the video. I'm like, Jesus, bloody.
Paul George, compound leg fracture. During a Team USA scrimmage,
yeah, I remember
Paul
this.
George leapt to block.
This wouldn't, my bad for pausing it, but when I seen this shit, this was the one.
A layup and landed awkwardly against the base of the basket stanchion. His right leg snapped instantly, the tibia breaking through the skin in plain sight of teammates and coaches. Players covered their faces in horror. The game was stopped immediately and silence filled the arena. George underwent surgery the same night, forcing him to miss nearly the entire 2014-15 season. His road back was long and grueling, but he returned to all-star form and reclaimed his spot as one of the league's premier two-way players. Still, the image of that night is impossible to forget. A superstar season ending before it even began, in one freak landing that turned a summer exhibition into one of the most shocking moments in basketball history. Shaun Livingston, catastrophic knee injury. At just 21 years old, Shaun Livingston was seen as the future of the Clippers. 6 feet 7 inches with the vision of a point guard in a game built for highlight reels. But in February 2007, he drove for a fast break layup, landed awkwardly, and his left knee buckled inward in a way no joint should. The injury was catastrophic. A torn ACL, PCL, MCL, and meniscus, a dislocated kneecap, and a fracture.
God damn! A torn ACL, a PCL, MCL, and meniscus in a disordered cake. Yeah. But Jesus Christ, bro. Bro, when I was working, bro, I had my first injury ever, bro. I had my first injury ever when I broke something in my foot. I broke my toe, my big toe. Like, I broke it, like, in one of the most weirdest positions. I think I got a picture of the X-ray, bro. But when the doctors had seen it, they said, bro, that's one of the awkwardest and the most horrifying breaks, because I could have easily, like, let me find it for y'all, bro. But it was crazy, dude. Give me 1 second for y'all. I'm not gonna miss it, because it wasn't that long ago. It was back in May. If y'all can, like, fuck around and see, hold up. Y'all see that? That's how bad my break was. The bone was complete out of socket, and I had to get, like, shit shoved right in there. That shit was crazy, bro. It's not even as bad as these, bro. And I still, when I got injured, bro, that was one of the most depressing times of my life, because I wasn't able to do anything. Like, I couldn't really necessarily, like, walk around, function as I could do. I live on the 3rd floor, so I can't walk up and down the fucking stairs. So it's like, bro, all that is like hell. I'm tipping DoorDash drivers because I got injured and I wasn't able to go fucking get groceries. But that was one of the worst times of my motherfucking life. And I'm still in pain. Like, it's healed and I'm, like, back on it. But it's like, I don't know when the pain is going to go away.
fractured tibia. Doctors even feared he might lose the leg due to vascular damage. Livingston missed nearly 2 years, and many thought he'd never play again. But against all odds, he fought back, rebuilt his game, and became a key piece in the Warriors' championship runs. His story became one of the NBA's greatest comebacks. But the replay of that night remains one of the most stomach-turning visuals the league has ever seen. Derrick Rose torn ACL. In 2011, Derrick Rose became the youngest MVP in NBA history, a Chicago-born superstar who seemed destined to bring the Bulls back to glory. Then came the 2012 playoffs. In Game 1 of the first round, with the Bulls up comfortably, Rose exploded into the lane, planted, and his left knee gave out. He collapsed instantly, clutching it in agony. The diagnosis, a torn ACL, ended his season and marked the start of years of injuries that stole his explosiveness and derailed one of the most exciting careers in basketball. Rose fought back and reinvented his game, but the sight of him lying on the United Center floor that day felt like watching the course of the franchise and the league change in an instant. Gordon Hayward, dislocated ankle and fractured tibia. Opening night of the 2017 season was supposed to be the start of something special for the Boston Celtics, but 5 minutes into the game, Gordon Hayward went up for an alley-oop, collided midair, and landed with his left foot twisted grotesquely. His tibia fractured.
Oh my fucking gosh, you can see that shit. Oh my fucking gosh.
Into the game, Gordon Hayward went up for an alley-oop, collided midair, and landed with his left foot twisted.
Oh my gosh, you can see it. Oh my gosh, that TOS. Oh my gosh.
His ankle was dislocated, his tibia fractured, and the horror on the faces of players on both teams said it all. The entire stadium fell silent as Hayward was stretchered away, his season over before it had begun. The injury not only altered the Celtics' title hopes, but also left Hayward battling to regain his form. While he returned the following season, the road back was long, and the image of that opening night still lingers as one of the NBA's most haunting debuts. Andrew Bogut dislocated elbow. In April 2010, Bucks center Andrew Bogut was having the best season of his career, anchoring Milwaukee's playoff push. Then, on a fast break, he went up for a dunk and was undercut by Amari Stoudemire. Bogut landed awkwardly, his right arm twisting and bending in the wrong direction. The impact dislocated his elbow, broke his hand, and tore ligaments, all in one horrifying fall. His season was over instantly, and though he returned the following year, his offensive game never fully recovered. Bogut still carved out a solid career, even winning a title. But that moment became a permanent entry on the NBA's short list of injuries you can't look at twice. Rudy Tomjanovich, Kermit Washington punch, some injuries are freak accidents. This one was a nearly fatal act of violence. During a Lakers-Rockets game in 1977, a fight broke out near midcourt. As Rudy Tomjanovich sprinted in to break it up, Lakers forward Kermit Washington turned and threw a single devastating punch. It connected flush with Rudy's face, fracturing his skull, breaking his jaw and nose, and causing severe spinal fluid leakage. Doctors compared the force to a car crash at 50 miles per hour. Tomjanovich missed the rest of the season, underwent multiple surgeries, and the incident permanently altered NBA rules on fighting. It remains one of the most infamous moments in league history, not just because of the violence, but because it almost killed him. Brandon Roy, degenerative knees. Brandon Roy was supposed to be the next great shooting guard, smooth, clutch, and impossible to guard one-on-one. But by 25, his knees had betrayed him. Lacking cartilage in both joints, every cut, every jump came with pain. In 2010, he underwent surgery before the playoffs, trying desperately to help his team and manage a heroic return in Game 4 against Dallas. But the reality was brutal. No treatment could save his career. By 27, the three-time All-Star and franchise cornerstone was forced into retirement. Roy's downfall wasn't one dramatic play. It was a slow fade that left fans wondering how far he could have gone if his body had just held up. Jay Williams' motorcycle accident. As the second overall pick in 2002, Jay Williams was expected to be the Bulls' point guard of the future. But in the summer after his rookie season, he crashed his motorcycle in Chicago, shattering his leg, tearing multiple ligaments, and damaging nerves. The injury ended his NBA career after just 1 year. Williams admitted later that the accident was a reckless decision that cost him everything he had worked for. While he rebuilt his life as a broadcaster, his story remains one of the league's most cautionary tales, proof that sometimes the most devastating injuries happen off the court. Bernard King, torn ACL, MCL, and cartilage. On March 23, 1985, Bernard King, then the NBA's reigning scoring champion, went up to block a shot against Kansas City and landed awkwardly. His knee crumpled, tearing his ACL, MCL, and cartilage in one devastating moment. At the time, such an injury was considered career-ending, and King missed nearly 2 full seasons. Yet he returned in 1987 and even earned another All-Star nod in 1991. Proving his resilience. Still, those lost prime years remain a painful what-if for Knicks fans who saw their superstars' momentum stopped in an instant. Greg Oden, chronic knee injuries. Drafted first overall in 2007, Greg Oden was billed as a franchise-altering big man with a game that could dominate for a decade. Instead, before he even played an NBA game, he underwent microfracture surgery on his knee. Multiple surgeries followed, robbing him of mobility and confidence. Oden played just 105 career games, each one shadowed by the weight of expectations and the pain in his legs. He remains one of the NBA's greatest what-could-have-been stories. Talent never fully realized because his body simply couldn't keep up. Kyrie Irving patella fracture. Game 1 of the 2015 NBA Finals was supposed to be Kyrie Irving's breakout moment on the biggest stage. Instead, in overtime, he drove to the basket, planted, and felt his left kneecap shatter. The fracture ended his finals before it had even begun. The Cavaliers, already down Kevin Love, were left with LeBron James carrying the load alone. Cleveland lost the series, and Kyrie's injury became part of the long history of heartbreak that defined the franchise, at least until 2016's redemption run. Patrick Ewing, Achilles tear. In the 2001 Eastern Conference Finals, Knicks legend Patrick Ewing tore his Achilles tendon while chasing down a rebound. At 38, it was a devastating blow, not just to his career, but to New York's playoff hopes. The injury marked the beginning of the end for one of the greatest centers in NBA history. For fans who had watched Ewing battle for over a decade, seeing him go down was a painful reminder that even the toughest warriors eventually run out of time. Andrew Bynum, dislocated kneecap. In January 2008, the Lakers were emerging as contenders again with a young Andrew Bynum anchoring the paint. Then, during a simple play under the basket, he landed awkwardly and dislocated his kneecap. The injury kept him out for months. And though the Lakers went on to make the finals, Bynum's career would be defined by recurring knee problems. His talent was undeniable, but that night was the first sign that his body might never let him reach his full potential. Bob Lanier, severe knee injury. Before he even stepped on an NBA court, Bob Lanier tore his knee ligaments in college, leaving one leg shorter than the other. Throughout his Hall of Fame career, he endured chronic pain, swelling, and multiple surgeries, often playing through injuries that would sideline others for months. Lanier still dominated opponents, but his constant battle with his own body was a reminder that greatness often comes at a cost, sometimes paid in daily pain. Chris Paul, hamstring tear. In Game 5 of the 2018 Western Conference Finals, Chris Paul was one win away from his first trip to the NBA Finals. He was brilliant all night, orchestrating the Rockets' offense and putting the defending champion Warriors on the ropes. But in the final minute, he pulled up, grabbed his hamstring, and limped off. He missed games 6 and 7, the Warriors rallied, and Paul's best chance at a ring slipped away. It wasn't a gruesome injury, but it was heartbreak in its purest form. Kevin Ware, compound leg fracture. Kevin Ware was not an NBA player. He was a college guard for Louisville, but his injury was too unforgettable to leave out. During the 2013 NCAA tournament, Ware contested a three-pointer, landed awkwardly, and his right leg snapped. The tibia broke through the skin, leaving teammates, opponents, and coaches openly sobbing. Ware, somehow composed, urged his team to win, which they did en route to the national championship. He returned to basketball, but the visual of that night remains one of the most haunting sports moments ever captured on live TV. If you like this video, check out this other one because YouTube thinks you will really love it.
Oh my fucking gosh, dude. And it's like just watching these injuries back to back, bro. And it's the fact, bro, like, niggas would still try to call them wash, my nigga. These niggas come back and get y'all niggas the best y'all ever can. They be like, oh, you can't do this. Nigga, bro, he got injured, cuz. Come on, bro. That shit. Like, I didn't see, like, some of these I've never seen. I seen the Paul George one. I seen the Derrick Rose. I seen the Kyrie. A lot of these I didn't see. Like, this shit's fucking crazy. Let me know y'all thoughts and comments down in the description, like, on this, or like if you ever, like, if you like play sports, you ever like seen something like crazy happen in sports, or like just let me know your thoughts on this. With that being said, like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow my links down in the description. Follow my Instagram if you send me any videos you want me to react to, any games you want me to play. It's gonna be October. I want some scary games to play. JALIEEL. Gonna link down in the description. Follow my TikTok for my clips and me yapping. And sometimes I'll be streaming on TikTok. Follow my Twitch where I'll be streaming at. Where most of the time a lot of these videos will be recorded with chat. Where I react to all my stuff with my chat. Yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Peace.